In the last episode, the Israelites arrived at Mount Sinai. God descended on the mountain in fire and smoke. The whole mountain trembled, and the sound of a trumpet grew louder and louder. Then God spoke the 10 Commandments, the foundation of his covenant with Israel. The people trembled with fear and stood at a distance, asking Moses to speak to them instead of God. Moses approached the thick darkness where God was. Now God gives Moses laws for the covenant community, laws that will shape how Israel lives as his holy nation. The Lord speaks to Moses. These are the laws you are to set before the people. If you buy a Hebrew servant, he is to serve you for 6 years. But in the 7th year he shall go free without paying anything. If anyone injures their neighbor, whatever they have done must be done to them. Fracture for fracture, eye for eye, tooth for tooth. Do not mistreat or oppress a foreigner, for you were foreigners in Egypt. Do not take advantage of the widow or the fatherless. If you do, and they cry out to me, I will certainly hear their cry. If you lend money to one of my people among you who is needy, do not treat it like a business deal. Charge no interest. Do not spread false reports. Do not help a guilty person by being a malicious witness. Do not follow the crowd in doing wrong. When you give testimony in a lawsuit, do not pervert justice by siding with the crowd. If you come across your enemy's ox or donkey wandering off, be sure to return it. If you see the donkey of someone who hates you fallen down under its load, do not leave it there. Be sure to help them with it. Do not deny justice to your poor people in their lawsuits. Have nothing to do with a false charge, and do not put an innocent or honest person to death, for I will not acquit the guilty. Do not accept a bribe, for a bribe blinds those who see and twists the words of the innocent. 6 days do your work, but on the 7th day do not work, so that your ox and your donkey may rest, and so that the slave born in your household and the foreigner living among you may be refreshed. 3 times a year you are to celebrate a festival to me. Celebrate the festival of unleavened bread, the festival of harvest, and the festival of ingathering. I am sending an angel ahead of you to guard you along the way and to bring you to the place I have prepared. Pay attention to him and listen to what he says. Do not rebel against him. He will not forgive your rebellion, since my name is in him. If you listen carefully to what he says and do all that I say, I will be an enemy to your enemies and will oppose those who oppose you. I will send my terror ahead of you and throw into confusion every nation you encounter. I will make all your enemies turn their backs and run. Little by little I will drive them out before you until you have increased enough to take possession of the land. I will establish your borders from the Red Sea to the Mediterranean Sea, and from the desert to the Euphrates River. I will give into your hands the people who live in the land, and you will drive them out before you. Do not make a covenant with them or with their gods. Do not let them live in your land, or they will cause you to sin against me, because the worship of their gods will certainly be a snare to you. Moses writes down everything the Lord has said. He gets up early the next morning and builds an altar at the foot of the mountain, and sets up 12 stone pillars representing the 12 tribes of Israel. Then he sends young Israelite men to offer burnt offerings and sacrifice young bulls as fellowship offerings to the Lord. Moses takes half of the blood and puts it in bowls, and the other half he splashes against the altar. Then he takes the book of the covenant and reads it to the people. They respond, "We will do everything the Lord has said. We will obey." Moses takes the blood from the bowls and sprinkles it on the people. This is the blood of the covenant that the Lord has made with you in accordance with all these words. The covenant is sealed, not with ink, but with blood, not with signatures, but with sacrifice. Moses and Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, and the 70 elders of Israel go up. They see the God of Israel. Under his feet is something like a pavement made of lapis lazuli, as bright blue as the sky. But God does not raise his hand against these leaders of the Israelites. They see God, and they eat and drink. The Lord says to Moses, "Come up to me on the mountain and stay here, and I will give you the tablets of stone with the law and commandments I have written for their instruction." Moses sets out with Joshua his aide. He says to the elders, "Wait here for us until we come back to you." Aaron and Hur are with you. Anyone involved in a dispute can go to them. Moses goes up on the mountain, and the cloud covers it. The glory of the Lord settles on Mount Sinai. For 6 days the cloud covers the mountain. On the 7th day, the Lord calls to Moses from within the cloud. To the Israelites, the glory of the Lord looks like a consuming fire on top of the mountain. Moses enters the cloud as he goes up on the mountain, and he stays on the mountain 40 days and 40 nights. Below, the people wait. Above, Moses communes with God, and between them, a cloud of glory separates the holy from the ordinary. The covenant has been made. The laws have been given. The tablets are being written by the finger of God. But 40 days is a long time to wait, and in the silence, doubt will begin to grow. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Exodus series. If this story has stirred something in you, please consider subscribing to the channel and sharing this video with others. In the next episode, the people will grow impatient. They will demand a God they can see, and Aaron will make a golden calf that will shatter the covenant before the tablets even reach the camp.